SHOT Show Day 1, we are here at the Spyderco booth with Joyce Laturi and Phil Wilson, one of Spyderco's designers. Everybody say hi. Phil's going to walk us through the new Spyderco Bow River that came out last year, and he's going to tell us about this design.
Yeah, this is, as you said, the Bow River, and the design concept here is to make a simple little knife, lightweight, good utility that can be used for hunting, fishing, camping, backpacking. Even makes a really nice steak knife. So 8 chrome, 14 mo steel, ground very thin. So an aggressive cutter, and it also allows for easy sharpening. Typical Spyderco spider hole, and G10 handle, multicolored gray and black G10 handle. Very good in the hand. It can be with the rounded butt. Can be used in a lot of different positions. Up with the edge up, edge down, choke up. So the other objective was to make a good utility knife very affordable, and that's what happened here with the Bow River.
Cool. What about the sheath here?
It comes with a leather sheath. Very nice fit, retention, and that's important. You don't want a knife that can come out of the sheath if you're backpacking or riding a horse, for example. And so the sheath is a very good value. Nice quality leather, thick, and a little bit stiff and rigid for protection.
Right.
There we go.
And what's the MSRP on this, Joyce?
MSRP on this is $30.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With the sheath.
With the sheath.
Yeah.
All right, the Spyderco coverage continues. SHOT Show Day 1 here with Joyce Laturi. She's going to show us the new models for 2013 or 2020. Forgot what year it is.
So you're 7 years back, Kevin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And here we go.
So new for this this SHOT Show, we are releasing a lightweight version of our very popular Tenacious model. We've released a satin finished blade already. Now we are releasing a black tie-coated blade. The Tenacious is one of our value folder products, and as you can see, on par with size of maybe around our native model. We'll offer both the satin and black coating with the plain edge, a combination edge, and a full spider edge blade configuration. These are FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, with, I don't know if you can get in there and see that, but that's nested liners inside the handle. That gives the handle rigidity. It gives us an anchoring point for the pocket clip. These are 8CR13 MOV. We've added a 4-way pocket clip for left hand, right hand, tip up or tip down carry, and an hourglass 3-screw clip. So this is a lot of performance, a lot of value for the cost. These have an MSRP of between $50 and $60.
Cool. I never would have guessed that was Tenacious. I mean, with the FRN handle, this looks like a much, much more expensive knife.
They are a workhorse, let me tell you. You put that in your pocket, you can beat that thing daily and feel pretty good about it. The quality is there, the steel quality is there, the handle has bi-directional texturing, keeps it nice and grippy in the hand. A lot of knife for the cost,
yeah.
And a lot of options in that. Plain edge, as I said, plain edge combination or fully serrated, satin or black coated.
Awesome. So what's next?
This is our new Siren. This is a folding version of our fixed blade waterway model, which is part of our Salt series line. This is made with LC200N. The designer is, this is our new model called the Siren. This is a folding version of our Salt series waterway model, which was a fixed blade, designed by a maker named Lance Clinton, who is a professional kayak fisher in Costa Rica. Check out his Facebook page if you're interested in seeing what he does for a living. Lance came to Spyderco with some very interesting design ideas. He needed a folding knife and a fixed blade knife that were completely useful for his everyday job, which is catching very large fish on a sit-atop kayak. So this is made with LC200N. It is a U.S. product we're producing in our factory in Golden. You can see here that it has blue G10 liners inside, which give it a little bit of character. This has a left hand, right hand wire clip. Those are G10 textured scales. So there's a nice grippiness. They have a nice tactile resistance to your hand, which is great if your hands are wet or oily, you're covered in salt water, blood. As you can see, it does feature the Spyderco round hole, and I guess the liners carry through, the blue G10 liners carry through. So this is part of our LC200, which is part of Spyderco's Salt series line. It does have a screw-together construction and has a very nice deep guard, keeps your hand from slipping forward on the blade. And as you can see, that based on my hand, that's about a 3.5, 4-inch blade. New model, all USA made. We're quite proud of it. This will be coming out very soon.
What's the MSRP on it?
I'll have to look and see. I'll let you know. I'll have to look and see. You caught me first off. Also part of our Salt series is our new Pacific Salt 2. Now we've had the Pacific Salt, the first generation, in our product line for quite a while now. The 2 has some definite upgrades. This is H1, the non-rusting steel that we use for most of our salt line. 4-way clip, bi-directional texturing. Again, that is a hourglass shaped clip with a lanyard that goes through, very important for carrying it in salt water. A little bit thicker stock. The tip is just a little bit thicker at the very end, if you can see that. This is just a great all-around, absolute great all-around saltwater knife. Now this will come plain serrated in yellow or a black handle, and again is greatly impervious to rust, whether you're in saltwater, sweat, a humid environment, wherever you might take that.
It's have an MSRP?
That's about $135.
$135?
Yeah, I gotta look at my MSRPs, you got me. This is a new Yojimbo 2 in black coating. Now, Michael Janich is our special projects coordinator. He is the designer of the Yojimbo 2. Uses it in his martial arts platform. This is the first time we've made a knife that is completely black. So all the internal scales are black, the blade is black carbonitride coated, all the hardware, there's nothing reflective on that blade at all. It does carry his signature Warncliffe shape, comes to a very fine tip there, is a distal tapered knife, so it's thick from the top to the edge and thicker from the back to the tip. Now that is for use in cutting, and there's very little resistance to putting that in or slicing that into something. The knife has an ergonomic G10 handle with a tip up, tip down, left hand, right hand clip. And again, our hourglass shaped clip, which is attached 3 screws. This features our compression lock, which is signature on a lot of our USA made products and a lot of our flippers at this point in time. Find it very easy to use, and this is available also in a satin finish blade, and then we also offer a training version. I'm going to show you sprint runs. We're really proud to announce this new knife. This is our Native 5 lightweight, and we're also we'll be adding probably some other USA made products. Both of the knives I've just showed you, the Yojimbo and this, are USA made. This is a steel exclusive to Spyderco called CPM Spy 27. Now this is a new crucible steel created specifically for Spyderco. Spy 27 has a lot of the characteristics of S30V with a little more cobalt. This is a knife steel that you're going to see us probably start using in more and more of our USA made products. If you're interested in learning more about Spy 27, we'll have some great information on our website. And all those knives made with this blade steel will come with this dark teal blue handle, this kind of gray blue. So keep your eye out for that. They're coming.
So we work with Crucible pretty closely. We went there in the 90s and we asked them if we could use their powdered metals in our knives, and they'd never heard of that. And I said we'd be there on Wednesday, and we showed up and had a great tour and started using a CPM. At the time it was 440V in our military. And we advertised it, which really helped Crucible get into the steel business. And then about 15 years ago, Carpenter came to us and they asked us if we would help them develop blade steels like we did with Crucible, because we have a pretty extensive testing lab, CATRAs and stuff like that. And so we did. We helped them develop most of their steels, and they asked me, as a favor to us, was there a steel that they would like me to do, and it was turned out to be BD1. Which we took about 6 months to develop that because they had nothing like it, and there was nothing like it in America. And then, and we used BD1, and then I talked to Crucible about creating a steel in America that was high cobalt based on the Takefu steel called VG10, and see if we can tweak it and powder it and what would happen. And so I worked with the metallurgist there, Bobsky, and we worked back and forth for probably over a year, and we came up with this formula that we believe will just be a nice steel. It's not going to be a Maximat or a 110V. It's not supposed to be. Not everybody likes those really high carbon steels, but and we wanted it proprietary. We wanted BD1 proprietary too, but I guess there was a misunderstanding. And so CPM is Crucible Particle Metallurgy, SPY is Spyderco, and 27 is the chemical number for cobalt. And so it was my understanding through talking to a few metallurgists that cobalt enhanced a lot more things than most people were aware of. And so that was kind of the platform that we decided to work from. And so we haven't made a knife in it yet. We've done some testing, and we'll see.
Thank you so much, Sal.
Fun.
Thanks for the education.
We also are offering a new fixed blade as a collaboration with Gail Bradley, the knife maker. This is called the Nightstick. Obviously, due to U.S. American law, this is not a dual-edged blade. This is a single-edged blade with the false edge on the top. This is his version of a boot knife with a polished G10 handle. You'll see the two holes on either end. These are so that you can attach it to a pole or a stick. This has a very, very special grind on it. That center line grind is an achievement in grinding. That is a hard grind to do in a worthwhile way, or do in a perfection way. As you can see, it's got a nice guard, full tang. That is a one piece steel with polished G10 overlays on it. The blade steel, in the past, most of our Gail Bradleys have been M4. That's been a steel that Gail has kind of gravitated to over time. This is CPM S30V. And will come with a bolt-on sheath that has a G-clip attachment.
Started, and there we go.
Not incredibly SHOT Show related, but one thing Spyderco has unveiled this year is a definite culinary division. And our culinary division includes 2 lines of custom knives, which are a collaboration with Murray Carter. The first line that came out is called our Iteme series. Those are the same 5 pattern of knives you see here. They are super blue steel clad with SUS 40. And that is the high-end line. They have burled G10 handles. These are also G10 handles that are hexagon in shape. This is the second down step. This is the Wakiiti line. These also feature a Pedi, a Bonkobuko, a Funiaki, Nakiri and a Guito blade. And like the higher end ones, these are the same shape. They do feature G10 handles that are hexagon in shape. That gives your hand something to grab, almost like holding onto a banana. They're very comfortable. These are BD1 end steel. We feel that they'll do very well in the kitchen. They take an edge. They offer some rust resistance. They're a beautiful set, and our collaboration with Murray Carter in the future might include one more line, but right now we have the Itame, which are the super blue steels, and then the new Wakiiti, which are the BD1 steels. In addition to that, we're introducing another line called our Counter Puppy line. These are small knives designed with kind of an interesting footprint, so that when you're using these, you can set these on a countertop and the cutting edge doesn't touch your countertop or doesn't touch your cutting board. So that gives you some security when you're cutting. Say you're cutting raw meat or something and you don't want to cross-contaminate, you can set these up on edge like this, they stay. Right now they're only available in one size, 2 colors, with a plain edge or a spider edge.
Cool.
But you might see this line grow in the future.
Awesome.
Got a lot.
I think just the brown ones.
These are sprint runs. We'll just kind of move these out of the way here. So one thing we have coming out that we announced last week are an entire line of American-made sprint runs made with Rex 45. So you're going to see a lightweight native, a G10 native, a lightweight Mannix, a G10 Mannix, a Shaman, and a native chief, all in this Rex 45. These are sprint runs. They are limited to 1,200 pieces. Not available quite yet, but as they come out, I think you'll see them go quickly. If you're interested in them, I would get on a list or get prepared to find them when they do come. When they're gone, they're gone. We identify the Rex 45s with this pumpkin colored handle, and they're going to fly. They're not going to stick around long. They won't.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Joyce,
Thank
for
you,
talking
Kevin.
to us. I see we've got a little lanyard here as well. Is that going to be a factory offering?
This is a factory offering. This is a new Spyderco logoed flat bead lanyard that just came out. We make that with a guy that you might be familiar with on your forum, but I'll leave it at that. Have a wonderful SHOT Show.
No worries.
Thank you for your
so
time.
much for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great show.
You as well.